Alex, I spent 45 minutes this morning looking for my favorite marking gauge. Found it in the refrigerator.
The fridge? Please tell me you weren't trying to scribe a line on a block of cheddar.
Well, let's just say I paid tuition on that lesson. If you leave your tools in your hand when you go for a snack, they become part of the snack. But hey, it's Friday, February 6th, 2026. If the tools are in the fridge, it means it's time for the TigerDen Daily. We've got a massive show today: 3D printing legal drama, why the labor market is acting weird, and how to make money without losing your soul to an algorithm.
And hopefully, we'll figure out how to keep your gear out of the dairy crisper.
So let's talk shop, literally. We're living in the golden age of additive manufacturing. I remember when a 3D printer was a box of bolts that mostly produced plastic spaghetti and frustration. Now, these things are precision instruments.
If you can actually keep them running. I saw you reading All 3DP again this morning. Keeping up with Carolyn Schwarr?
She's the GOAT. Seriously, if you aren't reading her deep dives on startups, you're basically flying blind. But here's the thing nobody tells you about the 3D printing world lately. It's becoming a bit of a wild west for intellectual property.
Wait, hold on. You mean people are just stealing designs? In 2026? I thought we had the future figured out by now.
It's worse than ever. You spend 30 hours designing a custom, parametrically adjustable wall mount for a vintage lathe. You upload it to share with the community, and 20 minutes later, some bot has scraped it and is selling the physical print on a dozen different knockoff sites.
That's incredibly frustrating. I'd be throwing my lead screw across the room.
Well, don't break the hardware yet. MakerWorld actually did something smart. What they don't put in the manual for most of these sites is how to actually fight back. But MakerWorld just opened this exclusive creator copyright support scheme.
Support scheme sounds a bit like a British heist movie.
It's more like a digital bounty hunter. It's a centralized way to report infringement. Instead of you sending 50 emails to 50 different legal departments, they handle the takedowns. It's the first time I've seen a platform actually treat the makers like the assets they are, instead of just content fodder.
Okay, so we're protecting the designs. But what about the guys actually out there building the physical world? The trades are looking different this year.
Yeah, let's talk about the trade outlook for 2026. There's a bit of a headline scare going around. I saw a report saying the demand for new construction workers dipped to 350,000 this year.
Down from 500,000? That sounds like the cool down we've been hearing about. Is the bubble finally popping?
See, that's what the news wants you to think. But here's what the old-timers know, but don't share in those flashy reports. We aren't slowing down. We're just getting specific. The hiring frenzy where anyone who could hold a hammer got a job? That's over. But if you're a specialist, if you understand data center builds or complex infrastructure, you're more valuable than ever.
So it's not a recession. It's a skill up or get out phase.
Precisely. And what they leave out of the YouTube tutorials on how to be a contractor is the legal side. Contracts in 2026 are getting messy. There's this thing called scope creep.
I know that one. That's when a simple bathroom remodel turns into, while you're here, can you move the load-bearing wall and install a sauna? Vitals.
Exactly. But now, with data centers and smart buildings, it's digital scope creep too. If you're a Sparky, an electrician, and the smart grid integration fails, are you liable? Or is it the software subcontractor?
I miss the days when a pipe was just a pipe and it either leaked or it didn't.
Don't we all? But that's why your contract has to be airtight. Nobody warns you about this. But in 2026, your most important tool isn't your impact driver. It's your ability to define exactly where your job ends and the next guy's begins.
Speaking of defining roles, let's talk about the maker moguls. I've been looking at your Instagram lately, Tiger. It's a mess.
Hey, that's intentional. It's chaos culture.
Is that what we're calling forgetting to wipe the sawdust off the lens now?
Unironically, yes. Look, the part they leave out of the marketing courses is that people are tired of the glossy workshop. You know the ones. The shops where there isn't a speck of dust, the lighting is perfect, and the guy is wearing a $300 pristine apron. Nobody trusts that guy.
So, wait. The audience actually wants to see the pile of failed prototypes in the corner?
They crave it. Authenticity is the only currency left in 2026. AI can generate a perfect photo of a dovetail joint. It can't generate the video of me accidentally gluing my thumb to a birdhouse.
I remember that. You were stuck for 20 minutes.
Let's just say I learned that one the hard way. But that's the point. My snowball strategy for marketing this year isn't about going viral to a million people who don't care about wood. It's about finding the 50 people who love 18th century joinery and becoming their best friend. You snowball that niche influence.
And I guess you use AI to help with the boring stuff?
Exactly. Use the bots to write your SEO descriptions or schedule your posts for 2 a.m. But don't let it write your stories. Your customers want your voice, gravel and all. If they wanted a robot, they'd buy a plastic shelf from a big box store.
Okay, let's get to the fun part. The weekend is here. If I'm heading into the garage on Saturday morning, what am I making?
If you want to actually make some beer money or new tool money, you should check out what the Maker channel is doing with batch projects. High margin, functional art. Things like tiered valet trays or custom headphone stands.
Those always feel a bit craft fairish to me.
Not if you do the resin inlay trick. I saw this project recently, a penguin family silhouette routed into high-grade plywood and filled with colored resin.
A penguin family? Are we getting soft in our old age, Tiger?
Hey, don't knock the flightless birds. It's a perfect entry-level CNC or router project. What they don't tell you in the resin tutorials is that you can use a cheap heat gun to pop the bubbles. Don't buy those expensive degassing chambers if you're just starting out.
Okay, but what about the tech nerds? Is there some 2026 hardware we should be eyeing?
Funny enough, the most exciting thing in the shop right now is a 5-year-old printer. People are digging out their old Ender 2 Pros.
Why? That's like trying to win a Formula One race in a 1998 Honda Civic.
Normally I'd agree, but here's what I wish someone had told me years ago. Hardware is only half the battle. People are putting modern high-speed nozzles and clipper firmware on these old vintage machines. They're getting speeds that rival the new $1,000 rigs on a frame they bought for $100 at a yard sale. It's modern retro.
There's something satisfying about making old gear run circles around the new stuff.
It's the ultimate maker flex. It's like putting a Tesla motor in a 1960s Mustang.
So, the takeaway for the weekend: protect your designs, tighten your contracts, keep your social media messy, and build a family of penguins?
Precisely. But really, the heart of it is this. Don't let the efficiency of 2026 take the soul out of your work. Whether you're on a job site or in your garage, the messy parts are where the real learning happens.
And maybe keep the marking gauges in the tool chest, not the fridge.
Ask me how I know that's a good idea.
I think I already know.
Get out there and build something, folks. We'll see you Monday. Tag us in your builds, scars, spills, penguins, and all.
Happy making!